Hi guys, welcome to another educative video from Knowledge is Fun. In today's video, we are going to quickly talk about the food chain, and we are going to explain the three main types of organisms in a food chain. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Like this video so that YouTube can show it to other learners. I promise you that this video is going to be very educative and interesting. Food chains. What do we understand by food chain? A food chain shows the steps that living things take to get the food they need to survive. There are three main types of organisms in a food chain: the producers, the consumers, and the decomposers. Now let's explain them one after the other. The producers. These are organisms that make their own food. All green plants, such as trees and grass, make food by using energy from the sun, water, carbon dioxide, and nutrients from the soil. The consumers are organisms that eat food to survive. For example, the herbivores are consumers that eat only plants. The carnivores eat other animals, while the omnivores consumes both plants and animals. A food chain often includes several different consumers. The decomposers. These are organisms such as bacteria and fungi. They break down living things and dead matter and return them to the earth as chemicals or nutrients to be used again. Okay, so I am going to explain this very well with using a diagram of an example of a food chain. Now let's look at this diagram. This diagram shows an example of how a typical food chain looks like. Energy is gotten from the sun by the grass. Okay? Now, the grasshopper feeds on the grass. Now, there are other animals that feed on the grasshopper. For example, the snake. The snake feeds on the grasshopper. The grasshopper feeds on the grass, which gets its energy from the sun. So the grasshopper can be categorized as the first consumer, while the snake can be classified as the second consumer. Now, what feeds on the snake? The eagle or a bird. The bird feeds on the snake, while the snake feeds on the grasshopper, which feeds on the grass that gets the energy from the sun. Okay, now do not forget the decomposer. The decomposer are small bacteria and insects. For example, when a bird dies, it hits the ground. It is almost immediately invaded by small decomposers in the form of bacteria and insects. Vultures and other small animals might also take part in the feast, but the tiny organisms are usually the quickest and most efficient. Now we have learned what the food chain is. Subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to like the video, share it to your families, friends, and colleagues in school. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.